Hi, I'm Jayne with Pilates in Holland, and my journey with osteoporosis started when I was in my 30s, which was just yesterday, by the way. And my doctor noticed that I checked all of the boxes for risk factors for osteoporosis. I was tall, I was blonde, I was thin, fine-boned, European descent, other medical issues, so he signed me up for a bone density scan. At that time, he was conducting classes where you would get together with other people and there would be some education and he'd review your scores. And I was sitting next to an elderly Italian woman. She must have been in her 80s and her score was better than mine, so that was a little scary. So the recommendations at the time and still are calcium, vitamin D, and weight-bearing exercise. Well, just in case you can't tell, I am not an athlete. I'm a musician, I'm a nerd, and my exercise is in my fingers and in my sit bones. So I lived my life from here on up, which gave me also a lot of neck issues. So I started doing the gym thing. I did lots of PT, but I didn't really fall in love with exercising until I found Pilates and the reformer. So for me, the reformer was so much fun. I could feel strong, I could feel graceful. And when we had a jump board class, it's like I felt like I was a kid again. The classes were so much fun. And I started feeling so much better after doing it without hurting. So Pilates, unlike going to the gym and doing a lot of deadlifts or curls, Pilates works on your whole body. So it balances you out from top to bottom, side to side. And for me, I was horribly unbalanced. So my top, I had huge trapezius muscles because my life lived right here. And side to side, I had a knee injury, so my right side was so much stronger than my left side. And front to back, my front did all the work, my back I didn't even know existed. So Pilates has been great, even head to toe. So you start working on your toes. It's amazing how when you fix your feet, how that translates into the rest of your body because it's your foundation. And your eyes, even working on the strength of your eyes and working on your peripheral vision. By the way, that helps prevent wrinkles because you're not squinting, you think out wide. So Pilates has been a game changer for me. And not necessarily because of osteoporosis yet, because I don't feel any differently before the diagnosis than I do after the diagnosis, but I do have arthritis. And Pilates helps build the muscles that keep the bone strong. It keeps lubricating the joint so that the joints move more freely. And as I said, it balances you out and gives you that mind-body connection. So it's been huge at keeping my arthritis under control and at bay. Now, osteoporosis is called the silent disease. You often don't know you have it unless you have a bone scan or you break something. So, but one of the signs you notice is that dowager hump. And that's as your spine starts breaking, you start rounding forward and get that hump on your thoracic spine. So let me show you a couple of exercises because I don't want the hump, so this is what I work on. Back strength is key. So the first thing, we're just going to use the doorway. The first thing is to stretch this out because most likely your front body is really tight if you're in that position. So just grab onto the door frame, stand in the middle and walk forward. So the key to this is to relax into the stretch. So let go in your shoulder muscles, take a deep breath in. And also you don't want to be sticking your belly button out. You want to think like you're a plank. And you can hold onto the door frame wherever it's comfortable for you. Another really good stretch is if you're in a goalpost position up against the doorway, and then you can just turn your body away like this and you'll stretch out this whole shoulder muscle right here. It feels really, really good. Now your arm can be up, like for me, this feels pretty good. It stretches out my tight area, or it can be down low if you don't have that kind of shoulder mobility. And then we have to do the other side. So walk, turn sideways, take a deep breath in, and relax into the stretch. Now that we have the front stretched out, now we have to work on strengthening the back. One of the best exercises is push-ups. I hate push-ups. But against a doorway, they're not so bad. So hands on either side of the door, and again, they can be wherever your hands feel comfortable, and you push. And you can also step back as far as it feels comfortable for you too. Or you can do these on the floor. The key to this is, again, don't let your stomach come forward. You want to be as if you're between two planks of wood, and you don't want to extend farther than the door frame because you don't want to overstretch your shoulder. Another exercise is kind of like what we do in the studio on the Bodhi. If you can grab onto the door frame on this side, and then lean forward, lean back, and then you pull your shoulder blades together. So again, we're thinking long, straight body, up nice and tall, pulling your shoulder blades together. Don't think shoulder blades up to the ear. And again, lead with your chest, not with your belly button. Or even think leading with your back pushing you up. Then the best thing to do is stretching and extension when you have osteoporosis. And again, we can do this on the door frame, so hang on to it. Stand back a little bit. So think up tall first. So what you want to do is think up nice and tall, and then pretend you have a ball on your back, and you're actually leaning back over the ball and extending. Now the key here is you want to shine your necklace or your chest bone up to the ceiling, not your belly button. So think up nice and tall, and then lean back, and then relax. So those are a couple of exercises that you can do with osteoporosis, for back strengthening and to prevent that hump. And as I said, Pilates for me has been life-changing. We've talked a lot about aging and old people things, but if you're a young person, Pilates is for you. Pilates is for everybody. If you're an athlete, Pilates is a wonderful addition to any athletic endeavor that you are in. It strengthens your core and it balances your body and it teaches you a mind-body connection. That is wonderful. So thank you for joining me and enjoy your day.